So from the time he got into the ring, and it just didn't look right. I can't say it didn't look like he wanted to be there. Certainly during the fight, he didn't look like he wanted to be there. And when you and I spoke last time, I said for me, he has to impose himself on the smaller man.
Those are the words of Frank Warren as they asked him about Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk. And Frank, of course, brought up a very interesting comment. He said that Anthony Joshua didn't look like he wanted to be there. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I think Anthony Joshua was not as focused as he should have been. I think he should have been more turned on. I think he was disarmed a lot of times, just like he was in the Andy Ruiz fight. It was like, okay, hey, I'm fighting this mandatory because this other fight didn't fall through. So, hey, I'm going to take it easy and just cruise. Well, you can't do that with these fighters these days, because when they hear, hey, I'm going to get paid, I'm going to fight for these belts. Andy, he did it for the money mostly because he was broke. Alexander Usyk did it for the glory. So, either way, that fueled the desire for these fighters that fought AJ to do what they needed to do, and they did exactly what they did, okay? They got the job done. Why? Because they were fueled, they were motivated by something. And I think AJ, like Frank Warren was saying, he was, giving people high fives and, kisses and stuff like that. And he's like, well, what are you doing? You should be more tuned on to what I'm about to do when I get to this ring, And I remember during my live stream, shout out to everybody that was there. It was crazy because it was like I had went and did something. I think I went to the bathroom or something like that. And AJ was he was walking out, and it was like, okay, he was probably halfway or something. Then I know I did something else, probably got a drink or whatever and did something. And then when I came back, he was still there. He still wasn't in the ring. And I'm like, damn, he's still out of the ring. He's shadow boxing and doing that Apollo Creed like shit. So I'm thinking to myself like, wow, what's going on with this? Because you're looking at a person that really wasn't eager to get in the ring, and I remember the MGM, not the MGM, but the Madison Square Garden walk. It was just sluggish and plodding. But this one is more like he was celebrating before he got the victory. That's what it seemed like to me. Like, did he want to be there? I think he liked being at home. But it just tells me that he wasn't really 100% tuned in to what he had to do. You know what I mean? And of course, the physicality should have been a factor, with Usyk. But Usyk is a totally different guy, and so it's hard to, you physically impose yourself. Well, I mean, okay, well, when he gets in there with somebody else, we will soon see what it's like for those guys and see what they do. I think that'll be very interesting to see as well. So you guys tell me what you think about Frank Warren's take on Anthony Joshua. Did Anthony Joshua look like he wanted to be there? Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.